Hi, guys. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I just had a few minutes from doing farm work and you caught me playing. Whoops. But it's fun, isn't it, to play with your superheroes? You get to imagine that you have these great strengths and qualities that you can do that maybe you can't do as a normal human. Really cool costumes. You always defeat the evil by doing good. So, as you're playing with your superheroes and you're using your imagination, it makes you feel good to know that you're always going to be the winner, that you are always doing the right thing. But let's face it, we can't pretend to be a superhero all the time, can we? We have to live in a normal, everyday life. These are fun for us to use with our imagination. But we need to think about everyday heroes, especially in times like this. Things are a little different. Our routine is not the same. We're not getting to see each other at school right now. Maybe things in our everyday life at home are a little bit different. We maybe are afraid a little more right now. But I want to talk to you about being an everyday hero and looking for those people in your life that are an everyday hero. Um, so, what is an everyday hero? I mean, do they have to have costumes? Do they have to have superhuman strength? No. It's someone that has the courage to do the right thing all the time. Doesn't matter where they're at or who they're around. They always have the courage to do the right thing. They sacrifice of themselves for others. They strive to make their world a better place. They bring out the good in others. Those are some qualities of an everyday hero. And they do this by being an example. They don't just say it, but they do it. They're acting out being an everyday hero. They have leadership. They're leaders of good. They do it by being that example, like I said, and they do it by the way that they conduct themselves every day, no matter who's around, who's watching. They still act the same, whether mom and dad's in the room or mom and dad's not. Everyday heroes, they face challenges, right? But they face them with courage, even when they're afraid. Because fear and courage can be in the same place. We can have courage and be afraid at the same time. But courage will overcome fear. Fear can be an everyday hero challenge in many different ways. So let's think about just a few of them. Fear of failing, maybe fear of messing up, maybe being afraid of what others might think, letting someone down. What about not being comfortable in the situation? Maybe having to do something that gets you out of your comfort zone, like making a video for the very first time. That's a little uncomfortable. But my fear is a whole lot less than my love for you guys. So that's what's pushing me to make a video. Sometimes an everyday hero's challenge or their fear may be getting hurt physically, maybe even emotionally. Um, what about fear of the unknown? Fear of what the outcome was going to be. Those are some big fears. But for an everyday hero, courage kicks in to overcome their fear. Because an everyday hero, their number one priority is always to make someone else's life better. Isn't that cool? Courage will always defeat fear if we're doing it for the right reasons. So, see, we don't have to be afraid. We can have some fears, but we don't have to be afraid. So, let's think about some of the things that would make a person an everyday hero. Heroes act selfless, they give of themselves. They put others before themselves, or their needs, or their worries, or their fears. They have confidence. Confidence that, you know what, at this moment, I may not know exactly how this is going to end, but I'm going to have confidence that I'm going to finish it. They're courageous. They're able to do things even though that they're afraid. They don't let fear win. They're humble. They are doing things, not bragging about it, not doing it for others to give them glory, but they're doing it just because they care about others. They're kind. That's what pushes them to always do the right thing. And they're strong. Now, this doesn't mean just physical strength, does it? This means that they have strength of heart and strength of character. So, what are some things that you might hear an everyday hero say? They're always saying kind things, and they're always using positive words, things to build us up. They're encouraging us. You're going to hear an everyday hero say things like never give up. You're going to hear them say, you can do it. I love you. And together we can. While we're looking to figure out who it is that could be an everyday hero, here's some more things that an everyday hero has. They have positivity, generosity, persistence. They will not give up. They are brave, strength, determination, and I think the most powerful thing that they have is love. That's their force that keeps them pushing and to go and do the things even though they might be afraid. What can heroes do? They can overcome fear. They can help anyone. An everyday hero is going to help anyone. They're not going to leave anybody out. They're going to encourage all people. They're going to be leaders, not by telling them, but by showing them. They're going to be able to defeat challenges and overcome those. But you know what? An everyday hero can do anything. So, who are some of our everyday heroes that we can think about? An everyday hero could be our firemen, our policemen, our first responders, EMTs, military. Someone that's very important to us right now is our nurses and our doctors. Teachers, the people that are keeping our lessons going, our lunches coming, our buildings still operating, even though no one's there. They're doing a lot of work for us, and we don't see that. People like our linemen, our pastors. Here's ones that are really big everyday heroes right now is moms and dads and people in our families, or maybe an aunt and uncle, a grandparent, the ones that are having to take care of you and make sure that you are not afraid, that they remind you that you're loved and that you're cared for and that you're going to be all right. A word that you guys have probably not heard that's going to be a new word that we're going to talk about from here till whenever is essential workers. We have to count those as our everyday heroes now too. The people at our gas stations, our grocery stores, people that are keeping our water and electricity going, the power plant workers, the county workers, people that are out there working to keep us going and have a normal life as possible. But something that I think about when I think of an everyday hero, that I think you guys, you are an everyday hero. You're having to face challenges right now that we've not had to face before. You've had to deal with fears or anxiety, frustration, things like that, but you've overcome them. You're going to overcome them tomorrow. You're going to be an everyday hero to somebody. because you're facing all of these things and staying positive, looking for the good, looking for the good in others, looking for ways that you can make your world a better place. So, you guys are my everyday heroes. So, what I want you to do the next few days until I make another video is think about who everyday heroes are in your life. Maybe it is mom or dad that are spending a whole lot of time with you and trying to make sure that you aren't being anxious and fearful, or that you are doing the videos and stuff that we're posting, that are having to go out and work. Maybe it's a grandparent or some other person that's taking care of you. Maybe it's a nurse or a doctor. Take a few minutes this week and write a note. Maybe if it's to your parents, you can just go sit and have a conversation with them and tell them what they mean to you. If it's a nurse or a doctor, maybe you can write a letter and put that in the post in your mailbox to send off. Just try to look and see who is an everyday hero in your life. You can send me a message through this YouTube, or the teachers are putting it on Dojo. Maybe you can send me a message there. But I'd love to hear from you guys and let me know who your heroes are. Maybe you just want to write it down in your journal about who your everyday hero is. And my other challenge for you is, how can you be an everyday hero to someone else? Maybe to your brother, sister, or maybe to your mom and dad, helping them, doing the right thing even when they're not looking, having the courage. So until I get to see you guys again on my next video, I love you, I miss you, and you're always in my thoughts. Thanks for being an everyday hero.